What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Beyond Creator Zone. Welcome back to the channel on this Tuesday. We're going to talk about Yildiz now apparently being a problem because after a game on Sunday, and actually yesterday, basically, a lot of BS came out and a lot of excuse making instead of actually talking about what should be talked about. And that's the weird case that has become Yildiz at this moment in time. You know, a lot of excuses, but nobody really wants to say what needed to be said. So that's what I'm gonna try to do, even if you disagree. But that's it. So before we get into it, like the video. Let's push to 85 likes. So hit the like button now. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification, and let's jump into the new problem, Yildiz. Before I get into the Yildiz part of the video. The main thing I want to say really quickly again is that I think again my stance is clear on Allegri. I think we need to move on. I don't think I ever said any disrespectful towards him. I acknowledge what he has done. For me, he's still a club legend, by the way. I think what he has done in the past, we all enjoyed that. You know, we all were excited about that. Nobody's gonna take that away. You know, so I'm not gonna call names whatsoever. That's my stand. You know. But the Yildiz thing is total BS. You know, he gets. Everybody knows he gets subbed in for like was it 6 minutes plus extra 2 minutes plus extra time, so 5-6 minutes to play, and Alexandro gets subbed in ahead of him, and the excuse makings about it's a tactical choice is embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. It is what it is. Like if you in year 3, in year 9 for Alexandro still want to make excuses, okay, you can do that, but it's insane. Like it's just what it is. It's insane. You know, if you want to sit there and say it makes sense to sub in Alexandro and give Yildiz garbage time minutes when we are chasing a game, when he has been playing well up to the point where he decided, nah, I'm not gonna go with Yildiz anymore. You know, it's just not gonna happen. Then fine, you can do that and you can eat that up, all that crap, whatever. I'm not gonna have it. And to top it off, I did my live stream post game and I closed it up, and I was watching Sky Club, and you have the table talking, you know, and you have Fabio Caressa, who is probably the biggest Allegri supporter out there, which is fine. You know, you can be a great supporter of him, you can dislike what he's doing, whatever. That's up to you. Like I don't really care. However, the topic of Yildiz came up, and he said, "Well, it's not like you're bringing on Messi, so what are we talking about?" And I was like, "God damn!" Like the excuse making is reaching ridiculous heights because now they are making up scenarios, like we are talking about Yildiz like he's Messi. Nobody said that. Nobody compared him to that. I don't think anyone held him up to that standard. It's just another excuse. It's just another way to protect certain decisions and say, what is Yildiz gonna do? Now, what was Alexandro gonna do? That should have been the backfire question. Like, what was Alexandro gonna do? What was the expectation? What was Alexandro gonna do that Ilin Jr. already did not do in that game? Somebody tell me that. Did anyone sitting there think, yeah, Alexandro's probably gonna win that game? Or was everybody thinking, if anyone is winning us that game or will give us a better shot at winning this game, it will be Yildiz rather than a left back / wing back? That's my point. And he cannot play with Chiesa. He cannot play in that formation. He cannot. No. Allegri refuses to use him and play the best players. It's an issue. I don't care if he's 18. I don't care if he's 15. He showed he's good enough. He showed he can make a difference. He showed he can help the team in situations where we struggle. We couldn't keep hold of the ball. He showed he can keep hold of the ball. He can slow down play. He can accelerate. He's good technically. He can change moments. Even if it's not in and around the box, he can change the dynamic of play just on his own. He showed that In a small period of time, he has shown that. That's a fact that you cannot brush aside. However, he refuses to actually use the best players he has. But when he does certain things other people are asking for, it gets flipped. Oh, you see, Junior is playing and we're not winning. We were not winning with Kostic. Like, we were not winning games with Kostic in that team. Oh, we play better and now we concede goals. We were conceding goals when we were playing shit. And actually, we're not playing good either now. We create more chances because you know what? You have better players on the pitch technically. It's just bound to happen. It is what it is. But what we did, and not conceding goals, is not because we had a good backline. It's because we sat back so deep. And this team is broken. These guys have lost it. They are not going to sit back deep. They're not going to run that extra mile. And that's also on the players. But they've done it. And it broke their back. Inter broke their backs. And they're like, screw this. It's pointless. We're going to sit back for what? That's what it looks like now. It feels disjointed. It feels like one part says, yeah, we're going to sit back. And the other part is like, no. Look at the goal we conceded. We had 11 people on our own half. We had 9 players in and around the box. And we conceded a goal with 2 simple passes. Or 3. Because we were so passive. No, everybody was so far away from their opponent. We were sitting on our own half. But everybody was so far away from an opponent. That's what I mean with it's yes and no. One part is saying, yeah, we will defend. The other part is saying, we will be in and around the back line, or our 16 box. But that's about it, and that's how you can see goals. Now, nobody is following the same direction anymore. And again, that's coaching. That's up to a coach to get your players right and do what needs to be done. And that's not happening now. So we can discuss all the things about quality, which we all agree that quality is needed, but the excuse making needs to stop. We know we lack quality. We know that. No matter who the coach is going to be, we know that. But I will say it for the 100th time, we shouldn't be looking this poor. Now, when you say these things, it's, oh, you want Motta. I didn't say even I want Motta. Like I said so many times, I'm not going to talk about coaching unless a decision has been made. Because otherwise, it's pointless. I like Motta. I like Xabi. I like Klopp. I like so many managers. Not saying we are getting that. Damn, excuse me. But I like so many managers. But that's not the point at this moment in time. When you talk about these things, it's like, oh, we will see what Motta will do. If he doesn't win in his first season. It wasn't a problem for Allegri not winning in his 3 seasons. Actually, nobody was asking Allegri to win, even in his 3rd season. What we said was, have a clear structure and be close. We have no structure at all, and we are miles off. Like miles off. Milan, same thing. They won purely out. They shouldn't be miles off. Inter are the better team, but they're not 18 points better. They're good, but look at how we throw away points. That's it. And that's my point. And that's also why I make that video. The next coach, he will start with a handicap. Not for me. Like, my expectation is I need to see a clear plan where I can sit and be like, okay, this is sustainable. We can build on this, and we're probably going to win very soon with this. But I want competition. It doesn't mean if the next manager comes in that we can finish 4th just because we play pretty football. No. I'm not going to accept that, I will give the new one time if we have a new coach. However, I need to see a structure where I can give him time, where giving him time makes sense, but we still need to be in and around the mix. That's just what it is. That's Juve. That's what it always be. I don't want to hear a coach say we gained a point on Bologna. It got so far that even Ravanelli said you cannot say that as Juve coach. You can just not say that ever. No matter what the situation is, just shut up. Don't say we gained a point on Bologna. That's crazy talk. That's just crazy talk. This is still Juve. This is not Fiorentina. This is not Fiorentina. Or whatever, which team you want to be. This is Juve. You messed up. And for once, take responsibility. That's all I'm asking. But the Yildiz one, it's becoming a scapegoatish, a little bit. Not a lot, but it's getting there because now the media is like, yeah, what do you think? He's messy. He's going to change all this around. He's going to drag this team. Also, nobody said, Oh, you think he's messy? Also, nobody said, but they go to extremes to make it sound ridiculous that we want to see Yildiz more than 4 or 5 minutes. Like it is something crazy to ask, you know, giving Yildiz more minutes, more than Alexander in a game we were changing. That apparently sounds ridiculous, but who knows? But yeah, that's it for this one. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like the video, subscribe. I will be back live with a call-in show on Wednesday after the Champions League games. Excuse me. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday live. Ciao.